So I know last time we did one of these videos, we were talking a lot about how, Gemini and ChatGPT and how they're getting used and how Google's still the dominant one. I saw a recent report from Similarweb that it looks like Gemini's been gaining quite a bit over ChatGPT over the past year and 12 weeks specifically, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been interesting because, uh, I mean, you and I read a lot about this stuff, and we know that AI search is only 0.25% of the market share right now in search. But out of that 0.25%, ChatGPT was kind of the Google. They were the dominant one. They had 85% of that market share. They've lost over 20% of that to Google in the last few months. And I think a big part of that is because Gemini's come so far. It is now beating ChatGPT in a number of areas, and then Gemini got the win with Apple Intelligence. So now we know that ChatGPT is not going to be gaining that market share. Google will be. So that's a little concerning. So concerning for ChatGPT. But as it currently stands, things are not looking amazing for ChatGPT in the short term. That's for sure.
I remember Gemini's first real push to try to take it over. Yeah, it was awful.
It's not.
It was very bad, and it made me think that ChatGPT is just going to be so much further ahead. But you know, the most recent update from Gemini, which is from Google, what was very strong. I mean, it was a great update. I know that there's reports of internal memos from Sam Altman from OpenAI, who
Freaking
runs
out.
ChatGPT, yeah, freaking out about the how good it was. But so if you take a look at how much they've really cut the lead from that, and how they've always had the distribution channel for a system like AI, and OpenAI is burning hundreds of billions of dollars, at this point for it. They're not even making any money. I guess, do you think, like, how relevant is Chat GPT going to be in a couple of years? Are they going to be able to keep up? Is Google just going to take over?
Well, they can't continue to lose market share in the AI search. You've got two numbers, one of them that's working for them, and then another one that's starting to work against them. And one of those numbers is that the market share, or I should say, the market is growing for AI, but they're losing the market share to Google. And since Google is such a dominant, massive company that does actually make money, they have that staying power, and they have the resources to do the research and improve things in ways that ChatGPT can't. So it's a really uphill battle for ChatGPT. They had early entry to market, which helped them grab market share, but that honeymoon might be over. So we will see. I mean, if they drop down to where Gemini is right now, I mean, I think ChatGPT is in big trouble. So, and that could happen within a year at this point. We'll see.